my name's Aliyah. I am here to talk about financial well-being. So I, at 18, left my family and became an independent person. I've now been living independently for about 6 years, and all of the bills and everything that come with that have been quite a learning curve for me, along with applying for benefits and living off of benefits actually. I'm very fortunate now that thanks to God's provision I am in temporary part-time employment with the hospice, which is fantastic for me and it's building my experience, but it also allows me to grow towards coming off of my benefits once they are due for renewal. That's my end goal. So yeah, 6 years ago, nearly 7 years ago actually, I left home and really kind of stepped out on my own, and there have been moments like a few years ago when I've struggled really badly with looking after my financial well-being. I, in a moment of weakness, signed up for a credit card that I could not afford, and I maxed it. And I couldn't tell anyone for a good year. It took me a good year to tell anyone around me that I'd gotten myself into this mess. But thanks to church for pointing me towards the CAB and just wise Christians around me and my CG, I'm now in a position where I can say, thanks to my temporary work at the hospice, that I am 100% debt free after 2 paychecks, which is phenomenal. But I have 5 main tips for especially young people. Financial well-being isn't something that should be left until you are in trouble. Essentially, it's something that we all need to think about no matter what our age is, because we don't know what circumstances may arise. So first step is to be open about your finances with trusted people. I don't broadcast my finances to the whole world for very obvious reasons. The second thing is to trust God and to pray. I guess that's 2 and 3. I've found very much with God that when I'm going, I don't see, God, how you're going to get me out of this position, how I'm going to get me out of this position. The answer from God is often just trust me. I will get you from point A to point B. So I go quite reluctantly, quite honestly. I kind of doubt him, but I say, okay, I don't really have a choice here, and I know that you've come through before. And then I get to point B and I suddenly see that point C is possible, and the mountain just shrinks. It doesn't disappear, it's still a worry, but knowing that God has got me and is by my side through this whole journey is incredible. Something else that I found very useful was talking to my CG about tithing. I'm in the young adult CG, and we're all at different stages in life, and I think I was probably one of the few worrying about bills and housing and everything else. And although feeling very provided for by God, I was still very worried about being a good steward for my finances. So I found bouncing around thoughts about finances and our responsibility as Christians, and then the big one was tithing versus paying off my debt, which should be my priority right now. They were really amazing discussions to have, really thoughtful discussions. And then finally, just biblically, God wants us to be good stewards of our finances. And so it's being aware of yourself. Everyone's situations are different, but the amazing thing about the Bible is that there are role models in every situation of life. No matter where we are, there is a story in the Bible that will resonate, a truth to you about how you should, or how God would like you to steward your finances.